The next thing is management audit. Audit in the sense you will get to know what is there in your books of account, whether when is that the business gonna give only when it recovers all 10 lakh rupees. Now students, this is a new topic for you, so I want you people to write down. See, the owner is the shareholder. Now shareholder will not have any kind of a rights in the management. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Business Studies in Vidhyaashram PU College, the Temple of Excellence. Now what is that we have done in the session 4? The session 4 was all about your traditional method. Now we have come to the 5th session where I'll tell you about the modern technique of controlling. What is it? The modern technique of controlling. Here, this is a very important question which will come in your examination. That is the technique of controlling, and you are supposed to go with the traditional as well as the modern. And here in the modern we have these are the following techniques which are in the modern. Now today I'll cover few of the topics and then we will go with the next session where I'll complete the entire model of the modern techniques. Now today we'll go with the first one is return on investment. That is what I have invested, whether I got it or not. Now this is actually one of the best controlling measures. That is, now I have invested something, did I get it or I have not got it? Now you will understand the technique which we use in the traditional like break even point. This is actually where it will start. The next thing here is ratio analysis. It's all about your statistical method, the tools which is used in the traditional. Now it is the upgraded system, we call it as ratio analysis. The next one is responsibility accounting. Whenever you go with accounting, you are supposed to responsibly, you are supposed to do it. The thing is what? You need to know what is it. You need to know what is the cost, what is the revenue, whether you are in profitable, whether you are not in profitable, your solvency ratio is good, your liquidity is good. Everything you are supposed to know. The next thing is management audit. Audit in the sense you will get to know what is there in your books of account, whether you are making a profit or a loss, whether some misrepresentation calculations are there or everything is proper, up to date. Everything you will get to know. That too, you will audit the management, that is within the company. You will understand what exactly you have. Next we have PERT, PERT and CPM. I'll teach you about the PERT and CPM in the next session. The last one here is MIS. What is it? MIS, Management Information System. Nowadays everything is what? Everything is there in a system, in the sense every information if you want about each and every employee, everything is updated what? Digitally. That's why we go with what? MIS, Management Information System. The first one here is return on investment, ROI. Understand here, whenever you go with any of the capital, right, your capital is here. Now understand your capital. Okay, now when you go with the capital, what happens is you are actually pushing your money, you're pumping your finance to start a business. Now the business will start. ROI is here. Now you need to know the minute you put your capital, put your money, right, what happens is whether you need to see whether the sales is happening or not. You need to calculate the interest because you have taken the money from a bank or from somebody. Now you need to calculate the interest also. The thing is here, whether you are getting a success or it is a failure. You need to go with more investment whenever you are supposed to go with work in capital. That means now see, the minute I throw 1 crore rupees for my business, is that 1 crore is all enough? Definitely no. The business needs some more money, that we call it as investment. You are supposed to pump finance till the business become successful. Now once the business is successful, when is that you will call that your business is successful? Only when you calculate what? ROI, return on investment. Whatever the capital and the investment you have put, will you get it back? And when you get it back, is it the same or it is more? Only then you will understand that my ROE, that is return on investment, is good. Now the calculation for ROE is gain from investment. Whatever you have invested, did you gain or did you lose? That is what you are supposed to calculate. Then cost of investment, how much did you use? That is how much did you actually put it in the investment. So that if you divide, you will get the proper ROI. Now understand, I'll give you a simple example of this, what exactly it is. Forget about ROI, learn about something which is like basic, only then we can understand what exactly return on investment is. Now I have a business, okay, now I have a business, I have invested, right, I have invested say 10 lakh rupees. Now you need to understand, when I invest 10 lakh rupees, the first question is, how did I get that 10 lakh rupees is what you are supposed to understand. If in that 10 lakh rupees, let's go with a breakdown, okay. Now I had 5 lakh rupees in my bank and I have taken 5 lakh rupees again from the bank as a loan, okay. So this is my personal and this is my loan. Now understand, for personal I don't need to worry, it's all my money, I have invested it. But 5 lakh rupees, the loan from the bank I have taken, I need to pay them something called interest. Now my capital and my investment, say it is 10 lakh rupees and it is done. Now my business is going good. I'll tell you here students, only a few of the business will click within that year. But 80 to 90% of the business will not click in the same year because the investment is there and you are supposed to recover it. Only when you recover and then you make a profit, now your business is in boon, right? Or else what happens is it is in a bane. Now understand, it's been 1 year, and out of this 10 lakh rupees whatever I have invested, right now I'm only getting say 1 lakh rupees. Now you are supposed to understand, with the amount of 10 lakh rupees of investment, right, my business has started. Now I only get that 1 lakh rupees. Now understand, don't compare this as a profit or don't think that this is what the profit is, I'm getting a profit of. Till now I'm not getting any profit, I'm just incurring losses. The reason is my investment is 10,000 rupees, the business is giving me only 1 lakh rupees. Still 9 lakh rupees is to be yet to recover. Now understand, this is what the calculation for any business entrepreneur. When is that the business gonna give? Only when it recovers all 10 lakh rupees. Only when it recovers all 10 lakh rupees, and then whatever I make, that is called my profit. Now this is what you are supposed to calculate it like this. Gain from investment. What is that you have gained from the investment? Now you need to gain from your investment means here you are actually paying loan. So everything you are supposed to calculate, only then you are supposed to move forward. Supposingly here, please understand, 10 lakh rupees is my investment, okay. After 1 year, I'm getting 10 lakh rupees. Understand, January 1st, 2020, I started a business and my investment, my capital was 10 lakh rupees. December 31st, 2020 is what I got 10 lakh rupees. Now, is it a profit or a loss? You may say it is a profit as well as loss, or you may say sir it is a loss, or you may say sir neither profit nor loss. Now, there are three criteria. One is I should have made profit or I should have made loss, or the third one is what? Break even, neither loss nor profit. Now I'll tell you what it is. It is actually a loss. Sir, 10 lakh you invested, 10 lakh you got. No sir, it's not like that. The entire 1 year I have worked. So when I have worked, I didn't get benefited. That means what? It is a loss. That is what you are supposed to understand. And this is the best technique which will make sure, it will make you understand that only when you think about any business and you start, the first initiative is what you need to know. What is my ROI, my return on investment? When you move with the return on investment, only then what happens is controlling is efficient. your employees will work properly, your resources will be effectively used, everything is proper, that is discipline and order is maintained. That is what the benefit of ROE is. It is a useful technique which provide the basic yardstick. What is that it will actually go with? It will go with a yardstick. You always make a benchmark, that is, this is how you are supposed to be. It's a yardstick for measuring whether or not invested capital, whatever you have invested capital has been used effectively for generating the reasonable amount of return. Whatever you have gone with the manpower, you have gone with the physical resources, you have gone with the finance, whatever it is. What is that you should do? You should do controlling with your employee, your resources, your finance. Only then you will understand that yes, whatever I have invested, it is useful and it will definitely give a fruitful after few of the years. That is what is called return on investment. It is a very beautiful example for the controlling system because it is a yardstick. It is what? It is a basic yardstick. The next one is ratio analysis. Now students, this is a new topic for you, so I want you people to write down. Okay, please write down the key points whichever I'll tell you, and then you are supposed to, then you will understand what exactly it is. The first one is, in the ratio analysis, when I say analysis, it refers to analysis of financial statements. It is not for anything else. It is only for what? Financial statements. Now you will have this financial statements, and these financial statements are what? It starts from which month to which month. Always understand your annually, whenever we go with it, it is always like this. It is your April, right? April, that to 1st April to 31st, say March. Okay, your 1st April to 31st March is your statement. Now what exactly it happens? 1st April of 2020, let's go with it, to 31st March of 2021. This is your financial statement, the financial year. Now understand what happens here. The entire 1 year you are supposed to know what exactly you are doing with your finance. You can have a break also, like quarterly, half yearly, right? Even in months, whatever it is. It starts from your 1st April to 31st March of the next year. The first one is liquidity ratio. You need to understand what is liquidity. Liquidity in the sense it is the instant. What is it? Instant. And here liquidity ratio, what happens is it is always for the short span. What is it? It is always for the short span. That is for few kind of a thing. Short term it is. It is for what? Short term. You need to check your short term liquidity ratio. That is how much the company have. What is that the company can do? They have kept it something called reserves and surplus only for the short term. We'll understand what is liquidity ratio later. Because see, whenever we start any business, what happens is the investment and the capital is too much. But when it comes to work in progress, what is the word? Work in progress. Now for the work in progress, you don't have money. That means what? The company cannot work because you don't have finance. So you are supposed to maintain what? Liquidity ratio. For day-to-day activity, for monthly activity, you are supposed to have some kind of money. That is called as the liquidity ratio, short term. So next we have solvency ratio. Solvency ratio is all about the long term kind of a things. That is whatever happens for the long term, you are supposed to calculate in the solvency ratio technique. So here liquidity is for the short term. This is for what? Long term. Now controlling should be what? Controlling is for the short term as well as it should be for the long term, whether the finance used by the company or the business is optimally used or not. Now understand, we started in the month of April and we are supposed to end in the month of 31st, right? Now the short term is done. You got to know what is liquidity ratio. It can be actually converted very easily with the cash. Now in the solvency, what happens is you are supposed to have your finance for long term plans as well. That means not just 1 year. It is what? Company is perpetual succession. That is what it is, like lifelong. It goes on. Company doesn't have any debt. You are supposed to have reserves for the long term also. The next is profitability ratio. Profitability ratio means what? Whether the company is making profit or not. It talks about the cost, it talks about the selling price, it talks about so many kind of a thing where profitability is there or not. You just tell me whether the company is making profitability or not. That is what happens here in the ratio analysis. Only through ratio analysis you will get to know very easily whether the company is making profit or not. Understand? TVS Motors is there. Now TVS company, Tirukuru Vengram Sundaram Iyengar is a person who started TVS. I'm going to take a special class for that. Tirukuru Gudi Vengram Sundaram Iyengar. Now this person, when he started, now it is a colgometer, right? Now here understand, though TVS is doing really good, TVS Motor is a company, right? Now in TVS has an industry, TVS Motor is there. Though they are doing good, because of this pandemic, their shares have come really down. Why is it? Because the thing is what? They went with the calculation of profitability ratio. They got to know that the profitability ratio of TVS Motor has come down. The reason is people are not purchasing their vehicles. When people are not purchasing their vehicles, what happens? The sales will not go up. When sales will not go up, what is it? Whatever they have manufactured, it is in the godown. So will they get profit? Definitely no. Any business, whenever you are supposed to get a clue that the business is making a profit, what it is, that means whatever they have manufactured, it is going in the market. When it is going in the market, it is making a profit. See, total cost plus profit is equal to selling price. What is it? Total cost plus profit is equal to selling price. Now you have manufactured everything and you have kept it in the godown. Will you get profit? Definitely no. When will you get profit? Only when it goes out to the market, and then what exactly it is? The total cost should be lesser than the selling price. Only then you will have profit, and this is what is actually calculated in the profitability ratio with a different formula. The next one is turnover ratio. What is this turnover ratio? It is a total kind of output, that is what comes in and what goes out. The turnover ratio, how much the company is dealing with, that is called as turnover ratio. Now TVS Motor is one of the example which I told you. The entire TVS turnover is what? That is what you are supposed to calculate whether the company is doing really good or it is not doing. So here in these ratios you will understand whether the people or the management is moving in a proper channel or not. If somewhere you get a deviation, then you are supposed to rectify those deviations. The next one is responsibility accounting. Now understand, we are only talking about finance because you need to control the finance first. When you control the finance, what happens is automatically everything is controlled. Now how is that you are controlling finance? It is not that you are not giving finance to any department. You are supposed to check whether whatever finance you have given to them, are they utilizing it? You are supposed to go with a background check. You are supposed to get a feedback. You are supposed to get a action, which is what? Taking corrective measures. Now understand what it is. Responsibility accounting is a system of accounting in which different sections or divisions and departments of an organization are set up as responsibility centers. Now that means what? The owner is the shareholder. Now shareholder will not have any kind of a rights in the management for a day-to-day activity. So the board of directors are there. Who are the people who control? Board of directors. Now those board of directors need to plan. That is, the top level management will plan, and they'll tell all the managers that there should be something called responsibility accounting. That means we need to create responsible accounting centers. That means those people should be responsible. Now understand, It's a very big company, a big industry, a big business entrepreneurship. Now, who will be actually responsible of what kind of an act? You are supposed to divide, that is division of work will be given. When you give division of work to other people, that is there are many people. Now understand here, I'll just give you an example here. There is one department which is headed by few of them. Now understand, here we have, okay, this is just an example which I'm giving it to you. Okay, now here is the MD, managing director. Here we have something called HRM. Here we have marketing. Okay, marketing, done. Now HRM department will take care about these two departments. Marketing will take care about these two departments. Now only when you go with divisional structure or functional structure, you will get to know who are the people who are responsible for it. Something happens here, who is responsible? It is the HRM. Now the marketing people will not be blamed. Now understand, so what is that we are doing? We are grouping people. Marketing is doing good profit for the business. Now the HRM people will not take the credit. That is what it is. So here responsibility accounting is all about what people need to take responsibility of failure as well as success. What happens is, if there was no departmentalization or deviation, now division of work was not done, what will happen is, now we don't know whether it is HRM or marketing, somewhere somebody is doing a mistake. Now who is doing a mistake we will not able to understand, and that is a demerit of it. That's why what is it? Responsibility accounting means you will go and you will actually put a center in each department so that the center will look after the other people. Now understand here, we have something called cost center, revenue center. Cost center is there, revenue center is there, profit center, and the last one is investment center. Now what all these are? When I say division and department, one division cannot poke their nose in the other division. That means cost center cannot compare themselves with the revenue center. It is totally independent, totally different. What happens in the cost center? In the cost center, they deal only with the cost. That means how much the company is putting for the manufacturing. That is only for the cost. That means money is going from the company. That is the cost center. Now what happens? Whatever department you go with, where money is going outside, we call that as a cost center. And who will take the responsibility? Those particular people will actually take the responsibility. The next thing here is revenue center. Revenue center in the sense what? The money is coming to you. Money is coming to you. Now you need to understand the combination, the relationship between cost and the revenue. Now only when you understand the cost and the revenue, if cost is more, revenue is less, then what it is? It is a loss. Please understand this. Cost is more, whatever the money you are spending is more. Say example, you are spending 1000 rupees. For the spending of 1000 rupees, you are getting only the revenue of 500 rupees. So you are in a loss of how much? 500 rupees. You are in a loss of 500 rupees plus the time which you are actually dealing the business. Now understand, cost is 1000 rupees, revenue is 10,000 rupees. Now your profit, you are in profit. So what it does? It is 9,000 rupees you are in profit. Now understand, that is what the profit center deals. It checks the cost and the revenue. That is called as the profit center. The last one is investment center. Now investment center is, they'll only plan that where all they are supposed to invest, how all they are supposed to invest. They'll only find out the means and doors of investment. So we go with investment center. So these centers are there, which is very, very important. The cost center deals with what? Cost. Revenue center deals with revenue, that is what is coming in. And the next one is profit center is, they'll calculate whether where we are making loss and where we are making profit. Well, if they get lost somewhere, what is that they are supposed to do? They are supposed to check where exactly is the problem and take the correct directions. The next one here is investment center. You are supposed to have an investment center which will actually give you a hint that where all you can invest, that is the opportunity where is there, so that you can invest and then take profitability. So these are the techniques for this session. If you have any doubt, you know what exactly you are supposed to do. In the next session, I'll teach you about the remaining modern technique of controlling. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you.